I'm going to show you how to install third-party tax tables in MYOB, specifically tax tables from FGH Tables. Firstly, open a browser and search for MYOB Tax Tables or something like that. In the search results, look for third-party tax tables or fghtables.com. This will bring you to their website where they have tax tables for MYOB and tax tables for QuickBooks. We want tax tables for MYOB. On their MYOB homepage, click the Downloads link. On their download page, click the Download Updater button. This will start the download process. During the download, you may get this message that says, "This file is not commonly downloaded and could be dangerous." Select Keep from the drop-down menu and the download will continue. When the download is complete, click on Show All Downloads. On the next screen, click Show in Folder. And then right-click on the download and choose Run as Administrator or Install. If this security warning pops up, click Run. On the Setup Welcome screen, it says, "This wizard will guide you through the steps required to set up FGH Tax Tables Updater on your computer. On completion of the setup, the FGH Tax Table Updater should be launched to enable you to load the tax tables to your MYOB company file." On the next screen is the license agreement. You should read through the agreement and then click I agree, and then Next. The next screen shows the default installation folder, and if you want to change this, you can select Browse. Next we have the Confirm Installation screen, and then installation commences. On some systems, you may get a USC pop-up or the USC message may be hidden behind the Updater screen. Close that pop-up by selecting Yes, and the installation will continue. When installation is complete, we need to run the Tax Table Updater. If it doesn't automatically start, you can run the FGH Tax Table Updater from the desktop icon or the Start menu. If the updater does not start automatically, locate this icon on the desktop and run it from there. This is Screen 1 and Step 1 of the FGH Tax Table Updater 2014. Before using the tax tables, it is important to check everything is set up correctly. This screen allows us to save the weekly, fortnightly or monthly ATO tables, which you can use to check the accuracy of the figures. I'm going to select Weekly Tables, select a location, and then click Save. We can now go to the next screen. Here we will select either the demo version or the full version. To install a full version, you will need a serial number code from FGH Tables. If you do not have a code, you can purchase one from this link below. At Step 2, we need to select the company file we are going to use. Click Browse and locate your MYOB company file. Highlight the file and click Open. In this box here, you'll see the full path of your file, including the MYO extension. At Step 3, we need to select the MYOB program. The default location of your MYOB program is in one similar to these. The one I will be using is MYOB Premier. Click Browse and locate your MYOB program. My MYOB program is in this folder. Once you have found the application file, highlight it and click Open. This box will now show the full path, including the XE extension. We then need to select if this is the MYOB application you normally use with this company file. In my case it is, so I will select Yes. If instead you select No, you will get a pop-up reminding you to rename your Pay to MYOB bin file. If you're unsure, click the Help button for more information. This will open the help file for this screen. If the help file doesn't open, You can also access it from the Start menu. Here you can see the other help topics available. So back on this screen, we will select Yes and then Next. On this screen, we need to select the MYOB product we will be using and the Australian release version. If you are not sure, you can press the Launch button, just here. And then select Help and About Account Right Premier. And here you'll find the Account Right Premier and then the Australian release version. Over here, the tax table revision date. Once we have this information, we can click OK and then close MYOB. Our MYOB product is Premier and our Australian release version is 19.5. Ensure MYOB is closed before pressing Next. This screen takes us through the loading of the demo tax tables. During this step, we will press Launch to open MYOB, verify your company file, make a backup, load tax tables, and finally close MYOB and return to Updater. When you're ready, click Launch. Once the file is open, we need to verify the company file. The next step is to do a file backup. If you have forgotten what the next step is, you can switch back to the Updater to check. To switch back, select Alt and Tab. As noted here, you can use Alt-Tab to switch between MYOB and the Updater. We've done the backup, so the next step is to load tax tables using Setup, Load Payroll Tax Tables. So we switch back to MYOB, Setup, Load Payroll Tax Tables. Load tax tables. The demo tax tables have now been loaded. If you want to check, go to Lists, Payroll Categories, Taxes, and then PAYG Withholding. On this screen, we can see the tax table revision date, 1st July 13, and the No Tax-Free Threshold table. Notice in this column there are tax rates. However, the other tables do not have these rates. For example, tax-free threshold, the rates are empty. And if you look at any other table, for example, half Medicare plus HECS, you will see the rates are also empty. All these rates are empty as they are the demo tables. So we can now close MYOB and go back to the installer. Ensure MYOB is closed before pressing Next. This screen asks us if we had any error messages while loading the tax tables. If you did, you'll need to go back or finish and contact FGH Tables. We didn't, so we will select No and then Next. This is where we convert to a full version by entering the serial number code. The code for the Clearwater file is here, so we will enter it in here. You may notice I've entered the wrong code, so when I select Next, this error message pops up saying it is the wrong code. So you either need to contact FGH Tables or purchase a code from this website. We will now correct the code and click Next. Update completed. Number of lines requiring update 317. Number of lines actually updated 317. Click OK. This screen shows us what the tax-free threshold tables should now look like. To confirm, press Launch. Once your file is open, select Lists, Payroll Categories, Taxes, and PAYG Withholding. The No Tax-Free Threshold table is exactly as we saw it before. Select the tax-free threshold table. We can see here there are tax rates in this table, and if we switch over to the updater, we can confirm the rates are the same. This confirms the tax tables have updated correctly. Let's now check the Half Medicare Plus HEX table. This column now also contains tax rates instead of all zeros. We can now close MYOB. Having confirmed the tax rates, we click Next, which brings us to the final screen. We have now completed the tax table update for this file. If you have other company files, you will need to repeat this process for those files.